Okay, folks, I'm going to be testing some cards here. So I've cut a couple stacks pieces just to have some room in the deck. I cut Stranglehold and Possibility Storm. I'm not actually going to cut those cards because they're amazing, but I'm just taking them out for just now, just so that I have some room in the deck. I also dropped a Worn Power Stone. So the Worn Power Stone is a swap for this guy, Chandra, Torch of Defiance. Here. So she costs 1 more mana, and she does cost double red, which is worse than 1 Power Stone, but if you're chaining her into something else, then she actually costs less mana. So, because she nets 2, you can use +1 to add 2 mana immediately. Whereas something like a 1 Power Stone, if you have those things to cast in your turn, it's actually going to cost you a full 3 mana. Whereas Chandra's only going to cost you 2, and isn't even going to steal your red mana. But you do actually have to have the red mana to be able to cast her. Which is not ideal, but that's the way it is. She also, if you have plenty of mana, but you actually need some cards, she can also start exiling cards off the top of your deck. But you should definitely make sure that you have 4 mana available whenever you use this ability, because if you hit the helm and you can't cast it, you're going to be in a world of hurt. That's not going to be a good day for you. So the other cards that I'm testing here are Godo Bandit, which has some very interesting synergies with the deck. I previously tested this and did a Goldfishing video on it, but now running Memory Jar as well. This is another card that's being tested. I've actually been testing this in my deck for a while. This is in here in place of, it's actually in place of 1 Power Stone. Chandra's in place of Last Chance, one of the extra turn spells. Those don't really affect how the deck runs, so should be able to give us a good idea of how all these cards are going to be running. But Godo Forgemaster has some interesting abilities in the deck. So he can sacrifice 3 artifacts and search for an artifact card. This deck doesn't have a lot of tutors, so that's pretty amazing. I guess the cool things you can do with him, you can use him as a cost reducer. So if you have him and a couple of mana rocks, you can drop him, maybe turn 3 or so is probably reasonable. And you just pass the turn. When it comes back around to your turn, you play a land, and then you play Godo with your 6 mana. And you get Hammer of Azan with Godo, and then you crack the Godo Forgemaster, searching for your Helm of the Host, and you put it onto the battlefield, attaching to Godo, and you win that way. This is quite good because it reduces the top end of the deck. And most of the cost reducers only reduce it to 7 or 8. While this does include a quite significant cost investment, it's only really 1 more than, for example, Panharmonicon is 4 mana, but you don't have to sack some mana rocks to it, so you're less vulnerable with Panharmonicon than this. But it can be used like that, but also if you have, let's say you have a Panharmonicon and you draw this guy, but you're playing against a bunch of control decks which definitely have removal open, or answers to Godo, then you just play the Godo Forgemaster, pass the turn, instead of playing Godo, and then on the next turn, or even before your turn, at the end step, you just crack him. No, you'd wait until your turn, your main phase. No, not your main phase. You don't want him to float mana in response. I guess, yeah, you wait till your main phase, and then you crack it, and you search for Defense Grid. So Defense Grid is, where are you, Defense Grid? Yeah. So each spell costs 3 more to cast except during its controller's turn. So if people don't have 3 or more mana open, they literally just can't cast spells. So this works as, it kind of works as a Grand Abolisher in that case, or a Silence. And so then you just float the mana and you just cast Godo and you win. The only downside, I guess, to that is that in response they could like shoot your Panharmonicon if that was what you were using to win. But if you were just winning with mana, say from a Metalworker uh, or from just Mana Rocks, or you have like Twin Flame in hand or uh, Magnetic Theft, then you're fine because they really can't target anything of yours in response. The Cold Oath is going to sack itself and a couple other things to go and get the defense grid, so and they won't know what you're searching for either, so unless they've played against your deck a lot before. So you can search for that defense grid, and then once it lands, they just can't cast spells, so then you can just combo off pretty much nothing to stop you. So the other card I'm testing is Experimental Frenzy. So Experimental Frenzy is a card, again, I previously tested this with some Goldfishing videos. It didn't work very well. I found that the cards got stuck on top a little bit more often than I would like. I wasn't a huge fan of this. However, we're now running some other cards that might make it much more playable. So one of those cards is Sensei's Dividing Top, is now being played in the deck, and Sensei's Dividing Top and this are just an insane synergy between these two cards. You get to look at your top three, you can play a land each turn, you can play the other cards, you can even top deck, you can like tap the top, put it on top, pay one, play it again, and then you can just keep doing that to draw a card basically, or to reveal a new card off the top that you can then play from the top. It's insane. And the other thing that we're also running, just as a test today, and probably I'm going to test this in my deck against other decks for a while, I'm playing these fetch lands. So this guy, Wooded Foothills, there's a Bloodstained Mire, and there's an Erdney, so those are the four that we can run in mono red. I guess we could run the others, but we wouldn't have anything to search for them with. And I've just cut 4 mountains for them because they functionally are just going to turn into mountains. I guess they're going to thin the deck a little bit, but I don't think that's really something we're going to be worrying about. Our odds of drawing more than one fetch land in a game is pretty low, so the impact to drawing more lands is not going to be very significant. Drawing lands late game isn't a thing that this deck really hates, so that's not necessarily an advantage. Not drawing lands late game, it could actually be a disadvantage, but I think on balance it's probably going to even out. Okay, well let's get this started. By the way, down here we have all the cards that I've cut today from the primer. So the primer, as of 26th of May this year, this year, is basically none of these cards that I was just mentioning. It has all of these in the deck instead. So let's get into the game and let's do a bit of Goldfishing. Sorry for the extended intro, but I thought it was important to talk about this class. And I don't think I'm gonna do what I do in some of my Goldfishing videos, where I draw a lot of cards, where I play with the cards in my opening hand. I think I'm just going to draw hands and see what happens. I think I'm playing with enough new cards here that that's going to give us some interesting things anyway. I think a lot of games are just going to draw other stuff to win with. But let's here we go. So E7. So I'll drop my commander. This is an amazing hand. This is a really amazing hand. It's a little slow. I mean, it's a turn 3 win, but Magnetic Theft makes it great because even Treasonous Ogre, we don't even have to pay all our life to this guy. He's amazing. So turn 1, I'm just going to draw a card. Okay, that's insane. I can't go off this turn, but I can definitely go off on turn 2. So I'll play Mountain, pass turn. Just probably the Mountain instead of the Ancient Tomb, just because I want to look a little less threatening. And then on the next turn, I'm going to draw a card. I'm just going to play the Ancient Tomb. I'm going to Pyretic Ritual. I'm going to play Treasonous Ogre. I'm going to pay 18 life, play Godo, grab Home of the Host, and then I'm going to pay 3 life, try to Magnetic Theft it. If this gets countered by like a Swan Song or something, it's no big deal. I still have enough mana. Oh, do I actually? I've paid 3, 2, so I'm short 1 mana. That's okay, I still have 1 extra mana from this, so I still have enough. I'd be at like 2 life, I think. So I'm vulnerable to like Lightning Bolt, but that's no big deal. Not a problem. I've got enough mana to back up, just pay for the equip cost. Assuming that nobody's hit me with anything for 2 damage. That's another good reason for not playing the Ancient Tomb and playing something else if I had something else in hand. And if the Magnetic Theft resolves, and then they Swords Plowshares my Godo, well, at least I still have half my life, and I still have a bunch of mana that I can get from this Treason Soga the next turn. In fact, I could probably play another land the next turn, and I'm not sure, but I think I'd probably be pretty close to going off again, just by hardcasting Godo and equipping, so yeah. We'll go to mulligan back down to a 7 card hand. This is playable. I think this is playable. We have a Goblin Welder, we have an Expedition Map. These are good together. It'd be better if we had like a Grim Monolith or something to go with them, but I think this is probably playable. It's a little slow though. If this is my first 7, I'll probably mulligan it away just to see if I can get a better hand. I'm really looking forward to maybe those London mulligans. Those would really help this deck a lot. I don't think that this is a hand that I can keep. It's this hand. It's really the red mana. If this was a mountain, it actually might be keepable because I could play the mountain, and even if I don't draw another land, I could Rite of Flame and play the Thought Vessel, and then play the Expedition Map. And the next turn I can crack the Expedition Map. If I draw a land, then I can play the Power Stone and crack it for the Expedition Map to crack, and then play a land. And then like I can get 3D Scrap Savant out, and then I could even sack an artifact to grab this Expedition Map back and grab something else. But as it is, I think without red mana, this hand would be unkeepable. I would actually have drawn a mountain, but you can't know that, so it's not worth guessing and hoping. You just throw this hand back for 6 for 6. And this is my 6-land hand, 6-card hand. This is a bad hand, but you might be forced to keep this. I feel like going to 5 isn't too bad in this deck. You might keep this hand if Grafdigger's Cage is a card that like stops all of the other decks from winning. If you're playing against some blue-black decks or whatnot, it could be really amazing to play this. If you know that their win cons all involve being vulnerable to Grafdigger's Cage. Maybe they're Hulk decks or something. But, I think I'm going to mull this to 5 with this. See, this hand is fine. This hand is actually quite good. We've got one of our new cards here, so let's play this out. I get to scry 1. Use our cards, scry 1. Okay, we've got an Arid Mesa. Now this is actually amazing. So we're going to get a chance to top. We're going to get a chance to fetch and then top. This is good. I like this. So we're going to draw that on our turn 1. We're going to play 1. We're going to play a Sensei's Divining Top. And I think on the next turn, I'm going to actually top before I draw. Maybe top 3. Now this is turn 2. Okay, this is less than stellar. The Expedition Map isn't bad. Maybe we pick up the Expedition Map, and then we'll play the Arid Mesa, and then shuffle these other 2 away. Then we can play the Expedition Map and use it as a second shuffle effect for the next turn. So we'll draw that Expedition Map, and we'll play this Arid Mesa, we'll crack it, and I'm actually just going to read the top cards in my library, because I know there's a mountain right there, and I'm just going to shuffle. And then play this Expedition Map. I'll pass the turn, and again, we top before we draw. So this is turn 3, yeah. So we'll grab it slowly here, but we did mull to 5, so not too bad. This Wateki has some good interactions with the Sensei's Top, but we might be looking at maybe setting up for a Wheel of Fortune next turn. So maybe we draw the Volkey. Maybe draw the Volkey and we play it. Maybe we draw the Volkey and we play it. I think the Direfleet Daredevil is the card that we're not going to want, so I think we're going to draw that next. So we draw that next turn and then we just wheel. Because we're going to need a land, and I think we want to keep the Red Elemental Blast, so play it, sorry, draw a card. Ooh. Do we actually want to play the Volkey? I feel like maybe we want an Expedition Map. No, we'll play the Key. We like the key. Key is great. We can actually tap to draw and draw again. Which is actually something I might do before my next turn, actually. I'm on top again, we get the Direfleet, like that. And tap top, untap top to draw. Top would be on top, but would wheel of fortune back into it, so it's no big deal. We lose that red elemental blast, so maybe at the end step we just top. Do the top 3. There's a mountain there. I think, because we're going to discard cards anyway, we do want the mountain on top, or do we want a Direfleet Daredevil? I think at this point of the game, it's getting quite late in the game, we're going to get a mountain. Do we want that Direfleet Daredevil? Untap, draw. And at this point, we're going to just Wheel of Fortune. If anybody's got a counter spell, we're going to play this Ricochet Trap to stop them, but the Wheel of Fortune resolves, and we draw 7. So this is finally we got some gas. We've already played a land for turn, so we can only play this Mana Crypt. We do have the Scouting Time for next turn, which is awesome. I think here we just jam the Brass Squire. I know we don't have red mana open to do that, but we have some cool interactions here. Even if this gets countered, we've got some serious gas here. And from here, I think we can win along a game, but this hand was still really slow, so I mean, it wasn't really surprising though. We started with 5 cards in our hand, and Sensei's Divining Top and a fetch managed to pull us out of that. This top is actually performing really well with these fetches. I'm one life down. So the downside of the fetches here is that they deal us 1 damage, and whenever we take 1 damage, our Treasonous Ogre then produces 1 less mana. We have to take another 3 damage from there before we produce 2 less mana, but we actually do have 2 extra mana from the Treasonous Ogre, so it does stop us from playing maybe Treasonous Ogre into when we get 13 mana, and you get 1 life, and then you play like a defense grid and then play Godo and equip Godo. Like that play is amazing, but we're not running Fork anymore. So our 2 mana answers are much less played, and our 1 mana answers are still playable even with a fetch and Treasonous Ogre and no extra mana. So I think that's totally fine. This was like a turn 5 into gap, turn 5 maybe win. That's not actually too bad considering we started with 5 cards. So I'm not real sad about that. Top I think did a pretty good job of pulling us back out of that game. So this is an interesting hand. I feel like we have to keep this hand. It's really good. We do have red whenever we draw another land. We don't have red here in the base. And the Smog Salvage is going to be bad unless the card we draw is a mountain, because if it's not a mountain, we're probably going to want to get red mana from this. Could potentially actually just I actually kind of like the idea of just Mox Diamonding the City of Traders. Because if we do that, then we can Volt Key the Mana Vault, and then we can tap and play the Grafdigger's Cage turn 1, and then if we draw a mountain, we can play it. And then the Mox Salvage will come online and be free, so I kind of like this hand. I'm definitely going to keep this hand. Oh wow, this is even better. So we're going to play a Mox Diamond. I'm going to exile this City of Traders. So this is going to tap for red now, and we're going to play this Mana Vault. We're going to tap this Mana Vault, we're going to play this Volt Key, and we're going to untap this Mana Vault. And then we're going to play this Basalt Monolith as well. I think we still have spare mana. Yeah, we still have 1 spare mana, so I'm going to play this Grafdigger's Cage as well. So it's going to lock a lot of people out of like a really fast Flash Hulk win. Farm Speaker Vanifar can't do shit. She ain't got shit on me. Magila can still win, but a lot of Tim Thrasios decks really can't do all of that. Because they're revolving around Shuffle Hulk effects or something like that. So this is fine. This doesn't untap, but that's okay because we've got a Volt Key. So the next turn, I'm gonna untap. I'm probably gonna just take the 1 damage this time because I don't know what I'm gonna draw, and I might draw something really good. So I'm gonna draw a card. Okay, it's just a Lotus Petal. That's fine. I think we pass the turn here. I think we play the Lotus Petal and we pass the turn so that we have access to both Mox Salvage and Lightning Bolt. We pass the turn here. This is pretty good because end step, I'm gonna untap this Bolt, and then on my turn, I'm gonna untap. And I think think here I probably have 11 mana, so we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, we have 11. That's 11 mana, so that's a win. On turn 3, I believe. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. 3 is our target turn, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Okay, we'll go back down to 7. Okay. Interesting, we've got Chandra here. Chandra's pretty cool. I think we're going to be able to drop Chandra turn. Oh, here we go. Her double red cost is really getting in our way here. Yep. Chandra's double red cost is really getting in our way. It's kind of hard to drop her on turn 2, which is a problem because dropping her on turn 3 is significantly less good. We actually can drop her on turn 2, but I don't think we really want to burn a Seeding Song to play a Chandra. I feel like that's really bad. So, turn 1. Since we have Chandra, we might want to wait for the Everflowing Chalice for more mana, but we're not going to be able to drop her anyway off the Everflowing Chalice. Let's see what we draw. This is totally a keepable hand, so... Okay, well, I think we play the Dwarven Ruins, so we'll pass the turn. I think. Maybe we play the Ancient Tomb and play the Overflowing Chalice. I feel like playing this is safer, because if we draw into more artifacts, we'll have more mana on the field, we'll have resources available to play them. If we just play the Dwarven Ruins, then we're banking on getting this big Everflowing Chalice out at some point, but it's not really helping us. It definitely gets us closer to Chandra, but I think Chandra here is not going to be good. Unfortunately, Chandra's not good here. Sandstone Needle would have been really good on turn 1. That I would have played instead of the Dwarven Ruins, because we could tap it to play Chandra on turn 2, and then it would still be around as another ritual, but... here we have some difficult choices. I think, definitely can't play Chandra. Can't play that. Yeah, I think, maybe the Dwarven Ruins, maybe we do just ritual Chandra. I don't like Chandra here. Let's play Mountain, pass turn. Down to 38 here. Draw a card. Okay, we got a Wooded Foothills. We're pretty close to this being annoying with Trees in a Saga. On this particular turn. Okay, well, this is turn 3. We're dropping Chandra. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. It's okay. We don't need to play this Wooded Foothills. We've got other lands to play. Chandra. So Chandra doesn't have anything to do with her +2 for 2 red mana, which is bad. Which is really bad, but I guess we can +1 her to draw a card, which is really freaking dangerous because if we exile our Humble Host, we're just out of the game, but that's really unlikely to happen, so let's just exile a card. Okay, it's a Fractured Power Stone, we can't do shit with it. Okay, maybe that was just bad. Maybe that was just a bad idea. I think that was just a bad idea. Yeah, that was a bad idea. I think maybe what we should have done is play the Sandstone Needle last turn, and then we could tap it, play Chandra, and then we'd have 2 mana up available to do other stuff. Potentially 5 mana up. No, just 2 mana. I don't know, but now that's exiled. Okay, well at least it got out of our way. I don't think we really wanted to draw that. What a Direfleet Daredevil. Okay, well we got mana from Chandra now, which is good. We got Seeding Songs. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 mana. We actually got 8, 9 from this, 10 from this. So actually just a little shy. Just a little shy of winning. So what we'll do is we'll actually plus Chandra. We'll draw a card instead. Okay, our Gentleman was bad. We didn't want to draw that anyway, so that's okay. Play Seeding Song. I think actually here, like, I think I'd probably like Direfleet Daredevil for a tutor, if there's a tutor in a graveyard. I think that would be amazing. We could even Direfleet Daredevil into a tutor for Chandra to play something. If it was like, just like grab a mana vault. If someone had played a Enlightened tutor, we could just Direfleet that. Or actually we'd have Enlightened tutor. We'd actually have 2 extra mana available, so that would actually be amazing. But yeah, this is a really slow hand. I'm not actually really a fan of this. Okay, we have enough mana to combo off now. But let's just say we didn't like our chances of comboing off here. We just want to play a little longer. Reveal mod salvage. Okay, well, I mean, we can cast this for free, right? Yep, you can just play it without paying its mana cost. If someone has an island, the chances nobody has an island is extremely small. So, we'll play Prismatic Lens. We'll pass the turn. We will play a Rishden port so that we can mess up with people's colors if it comes before our turn. Maybe we tap someone's land down. And tap, we draw. Okay. I mean, we have plenty of mana to go off now. If we still want to wait, then we could exile a card with Chandra. It's a Codex Shredder. We definitely play the Codex Shredder, because Codex Shredder is amazing. Okay, well, I think this is enough. That's enough of this hand. So Chandra there was really slow. Chandra was really hard to cast on turn 2, which is where we really wanted. But how are we going to cast her on turn 2? I don't know. She's really hard to cast on turn 2, and on turn 3 she seems too slow. So that might be some information that Chandra's just not worth playing. Okay, we have a hand here. This is a good hand. I like this hand. We've got a mountain, we've got a mana vault, we've got a thought vessel, we've got a mind stone. That would be our turn 1, I think. Also got a top that we can play turn 1. I kinda like this hand. Okay, so we'll draw a card. Nice. This fetch land is gonna be great with our top. So what we'll do is we'll play this for a mana vault. We'll tap that mana vault for 3 mana. We'll play 2 of it into this. And we'll play 2 of it and just chain it into this one. We'll play that and we'll play this. So that's our turn 1. That seems amazing. The mana vault isn't gonna untap for a little while, but that's okay. We'll untap, and I think here we top before we draw. We would top 3, and now we're gonna get the best of these. Oh, I like this. So Chandra here is not as good as this Honor 1 Shaku. So I think we're going to take this Honor 1 Shaku, and then we're going to fetch and shuffle. Because we can play that Honor 1 Shaku then. Play that. We'll fetch this. Grab a mountain. We're 39 now. I'm going to play this Honor 1 Shaku. This is going to allow us to fetch before end step as well. Review the top 3. Okay, I do not like this, and now we can't shuffle it away, which is super annoying. But where are we at? I guess we know that we can draw a card with Mind Stone. We can also spend our turn just untapping the mana vault, and we'll just have enough mana for comboing off next turn. So I think then we put the Sandstone Needle on top because it taps for the most mana the next turn. So we do that, draw a card. Sorry, we don't draw a card. We will untap, pay 4, untap this mana vault, and play the Sandstone Needle. Oh, sorry, definitely tap the Mind Stone because we want to leave one red open for this red elemental blast in case someone tries to go off and win the game. We can hit a Thrasios with this if they try to go for infinite mana or something. Actually, don't think that works. But there's a lot of stuff you could hit with this. You could hit Zur, you could hit... You need a lot of stuff with this. There's a lot of win cons that you can take out of this card. You can also just counter stuff. Someone tries to play Dramatic Reversal. Obviously Scepter, you can't stop it. But I guess you could counter the Dramatic Reversal from the first Scepter tap, and then it would just sit there. And then you could just win the next turn. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna untap. And we can actually top before we do that. We get to see one more card. We top 3. But Darksteel Citadel doesn't really help us much. So we'll just draw Mountain. And then we're gonna cast Godo now. So Godo's sweet because we have 3, 4, 5, 6. We have another 5 mana open, but we actually get 2 more mana from the Shaku once he resolves. Also, he's gonna, even if we fail on comboing here, we're gonna get to see a fresh new set of cards. So, assuming we don't need to use the Red Elemental Blast, I think also I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna look at the top 3 before we do anything else. Or maybe I'd wait. I'm not sure, but it doesn't really matter because we just tap, equip this, and then we go to win. I think actually we would wait. We'd wait because we can leave the Sandstone Needle untapped for the extra 2 mana. So we can tap him, attach this, And then if they try to answer us, then we can just play Red Elemental Blast. And we just win. So that's good. I like this. Since he's Tawny Top played really well in this game, and those fetch lands are definitely helping, not hindering us. So I like that. Really, really good. Okay, so we have an interesting hand here. I like this Sandstone Needle. Sandstone Needle, Dragonflame Chalice, maybe turn 2. And then turn 3 we could play Thran Dynamo. That's actually pretty good. And again on turn 3 we can play Thran Dynamo anyway. And then Memory Jar and Doriti are actually really good synergy, so I don't mind this hand. It's a little slow. I might throw it away if it's a turn 1, or if it's a top first 7, but I don't think so. I think I keep this, especially if I think that this hand is going to be okay against certain decks. So this is actually a good thing for us. So we'll definitely play this Sandstone Needle turn 1. Yes. So that comes in with 2 counters. I'll just keep track of it manually in my head. We draw a card. Okay, we got a Mountain and a Cavern of Souls. I say we play the Cavern of Souls. And I think we do actually remove a counter and play this on 1. I know we're going to lose this Sandstone Needle, but I think it'll be worth it because we'll get our hammer down really quickly. Hammer down. It's hammer time. Draw, okay. Feels good. I like this because we get to keep 1 mana for Ricochet Trap. So we'll make sure that this turn Dynamo resolves, because if this turn Dynamo doesn't resolve, we're going to be really screwed. This is obviously naming human, so this turn Dynamo is definitely going to resolve. We can do that if we need to, but assuming that they don't do that, then we're going to just play this hammer. Hammer, it's hammer time. Okay, and the next turn we're going to untap and draw. We'll play a Ancient Tomb, and then we're going to go for the Godo win. So the Godo win here is really good, and if this fails for some reason, then our next turn is actually really awesome. Our next turn we just play Memory Jar, and I think we can actually be 1 mana off. We would be 1 mana off playing Doriti as well, but we could play Doriti instead, and like draw 2, discard 2, maybe just ditch these 2, draw 2. Okay, well that's not that good, but that's okay. I guess that doesn't ramp us into the Memory Jar, so that's much worse. Maybe we just play the Memory Jar. Okay, that game went pretty well. That was like a turn 3 win. I think turn 3 win. Don't quote me on that. I don't know why you quote me on it. Okay, cool. We've got an Experimental Frenzy here. I like this. We're gonna be playing with this Experimental Frenzy. I like the Final Fortune Experimental Frenzy too. That could be interesting. Okay, we're gonna draw a card. A little slow of a hand, but I'm not that worried about it. And go. Because with the Experimental Frenzy, I'm going to be able to drop it turn 2, turn 3, and then I'm going to get a lot of value off of it. Okay, Hammer of Mazan is there, which is kind of awkward for us. But I think we play the Experimental Frenzy anyway, because we don't have any other ramp. Look at the top card. I'm just going to play with the top card revealed. I know I wouldn't do that in a real game. We have a Direfleet Daredevil on top, that's bad. That's really bad. Okay, we're gonna just draw that out of the way. We got an Honor 1 Shaku on top, I like that. Okay, we're playing Honor 1 Shaku. Home of the Host on top, that is really, really bad. Really, 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 really bad. Okay, well, that's us locked. Can't play anything from hand, we can't sack the Experimental Frenzy. We're gonna draw that Home of the Host, and it's gonna be stuck in our hand. Okay, well hopefully there's a blue permanent that we can throw this at. And if there is, then we're pretty good with this Mana Vault. I like that. We can play this land. If we get this Thran Dynamo, we can play. I think we probably leave the red mana open. A Memory Jar on top. Memory Jar on top is basically just a shuffle effect with Experimental Frenzy and just gives our opponents gas, so that's not very good. We've got 4 mana to end the effect, which I think maybe we do here. I think finally we end the effect, but maybe we wait. No, we don't have double red. We don't have double red. Did we need red? We did need red to get rid of that Elemental Blast. The only time we would end the effect here is if we had Direfleet Daredevil and we could cast it to search for some, like a top deck tutor, immediately. In fact, that doesn't actually work because we still, it'd have to be a free spell, which is not likely. Okay, we go to end step, and I think we end the effect here, get rid of the frenzy, and then we stop the wheel on the top card, draw a card. This is all untapped. I think we actually have enough mana here to win, but we need to play the hammer first. Yeah, we need to play the hammer first. We'll play Cavern of Souls. Actually, no, we don't play Cavern of Souls. I think we play Memory Jar. And we play a Hammer of Azan. Memory Jar can't backfire and kill our Hammer Host because Hammer Host is already in our hand. So I like this. Okay, Memory Jar can be used to get some extra interaction if we need to next turn when we're going to try and go off. This one, Mana Vault would have dealt us 1 damage last turn. Untap, this is definitely going to be tapped. Can draw a card. First Totem, that's not particularly useful, but it's okay. Play this Cavern of Souls, and we're going to tap it. It's going to be untapped. I'm going to tap this. I'm going to cast Godo. Okay, we get this Godo in play. We're going to go grab our Gentle Armor and we're going to chuck it on him, and then we're just going to cast Godo. Cast the Helm of the Host onto Godo as well. If they kill the Helm of the Host, we're still in a pretty good spot. Because we do have that thing. So Experimental Frenzy here, it didn't end up drawing us a bunch of cards, but it was pretty slow, so I think that wasn't actually really a success for Experimental Frenzy here. We also drew Helm of the Host, which was quite awkward. But at least we can just end the effect, and it won't get stuck in our hand permanently, so that's okay. I don't mind that. Back to 6. Okay, now we've got Forgemaster. We've also got Imperial Recruiter, which is quite good. We also have a Brass Squire, which is quite good, but unfortunately we're kind of locked out of a lot of this, because this hand only has 1 red mana. We have a lot of cost reducers here. It's not generally a good idea to have so many cost reducers in your opening hand. 4 of them is pretty bad. This hand would actually be keepable because of the chances of drawing into a mountain and then having Imperial Recruiter for a monolith. But it's still bad because even if you draw another land in the next couple turns, you still only can drop an Imperial Recruiter, you can't do anything else, so I think this is just bad. I think your best option in that case would actually be to tap the Grim Monolith and play the Godo Forgemaster, and then hope for another land, because then you could play the Brass Squire and sack them off for something else. I don't know. This seems bad though. I'm gonna chuck this away. I'm gonna try another card for the second 7. This is much better. Much better. Imperial Recruiter here is a really powerful card. Bloodstained Mire doesn't need to be cast, but we've got other red sources. And we've also got a Panamonicon here, which is also quite good. So I think turn 1, we just drop this Crystal Vein. Pass the turn, we draw a card. Okay, Voltaic Key here is really useless. But that's okay, we don't need to draw it. We don't need it. Maybe instead of this turn 1, we play this. No, we play just a mountain turn 1, because now we can do this. And we can play Imperial Recruiter, search for Treasonous Ogre. Everyone knows we have it, but at least we have it. Untap, we draw a card. Okay, Final Fortune. And now we have to sack the City of Traders. So this is technically the fastest route. However, I wouldn't recommend this route that I just did here, because you have to sack the City of Traders, and since you're telegraphing the Treasonous Ogre, the chances someone doesn't have a counterspell for it are very low. And if they do have a counterspell for it, there's not really much you can do because you don't have anything. And if they have a kill spell for it, there's also not a lot. If they have a kill spell for Godo, there's not a whole lot we can do. We can't Final Fortune to take an extra turn to win because we don't have enough mana. And the Treasonous Ogre isn't going to really give us extra mana on the next turn, maybe a couple extra. 2, 3, 4. Actually, we can put a land. We can equip the next turn with the Crystal Vein. So that's actually a possibility. But, yeah, maybe that's okay. Okay. This is unkeepable. We've only got one artifact for Metalworker, which is not good. Direfleet, Daredevil, and Shattering Spear are not very good here. We could try no more artifacts, and Metalworker would be good. Our deck is about a little less than half artifacts, which is actually really insane. I think it's 37, 39 artifacts. No, 30. Yeah, 39 artifacts. I guess that includes another one. But that's kind of half. So we're likely to draw another artifact in the next couple turns, so that's actually pretty good. We tap for 4 to give us some really powerful cards. I think we're okay keeping this hand. Draw a card. Okay, there we go. There's an artifact. Yeah, we play a Sandstone Needle turn 1. Untap, draw a card. Oh, amazing. This is amazing. Play a land. Tap these two. Play a Metalworker. Pass the turn. If Metalworker dies here, it's not really that big of a deal. We're just going to cast this Grim Monolith, Voltaic Key. You can even play the Chromox with a Shattering Spear or the Direfleet Daredevil, depending on if people have cast anything or if we have artifacts to destroy. And we're going to be sweet here. On the next turn, we're going to draw a Wheel of Fortune, which is even more amazing. We've got loads of gas. In fact, we could drop this entire hand right now, and then Wheel of Fortune. I think we're going to do that. I think that's amazing. We're going to tap this. We're going to reveal these. Okay, we add 6 mana to our mana pool. We play the Basalt Monolith for 3. We play a Voltaic Key for 1. Tap this Voltaic. We'll play this Chromox. Probably exiling Shattering Spirit, unless there's stuff to destroy. I don't know which one of these we put exile. You know what? I'm just gonna. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We actually have the option to play Direfleet here. I think we actually have enough to win here anyway. We played 4. We've got 2 floating still. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 into that. 8, 9, 10, 11. We actually have 11 mana here. Maybe we just go for the win. I feel like it's not necessarily a great idea to go for the win here, though, because we have so much more potential for this hand. Still have 3 mana floating, so play this Rishid Import, tap a mountain, play Wheel of Fortune, ditch this, draw 7. Okay, so this actually taps for more mana now. Tap this Rishid Import, tap this, untap this taps for 4. Tap for 4. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Still have 11, so that's why it was worth playing a Wheel of Fortune. Other people's carefully sculpted hands are really messed up, but we might also draw them into more gas. So maybe, like, your choice of whether to go for the win or to play the Wheel of Fortune depends a lot entirely on what mana your opponents have open. If they have no mana up, maybe you just go ahead and go for it. If someone has green up, like they have Nature's Claim, or is like claimed to have an answer to Godo, then sweet. You just Wheel of Fortune it away and then hope they don't have an answer the second time. And so from here, I think we just go off. It's not really a big deal. We're going to lose this Sandstone Needle here, but that's, again, not a big deal. I'm going to try and go off. And if it fails... Sorry, this we have to sack it off. If it fails, we're going to end up with this untap. We're going to end up with these. Even if the Metalworker dies somehow, we've got Voltaic Key, Grim Monolith. So this is 3, at least 2 here. 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. 5 mana, 6, 7, 8, 9, potentially more. Yep, 10, 11. 11 mana on the next turn. We've also got Artifact Destruction. I like my place here in the game. That Wheel of Fortune is really powerful. And it's all set up by Insane Metalworker. Absolutely insane Metalworker. It deserves to be in a mental institution because that card is broken. Okay, what have we got here? We've got a Godo Forgemaster and a Voltaic Key. Interesting thing about Forgemaster, you can kind of set up an infinite win with it using Volt Key and Paradox Engine. I don't know if I like this hand though. We do have red mana for Gamble. In fact, this could be an amazing choice to just like Summon Spirit Guide Gamble for Mana Crypt, and then if we discard like the Jeweled Amulet, we're gonna be sweet. In fact, if we discard anything, we're gonna be sweet. So we got the Voltaic Key for it. If we discard the Voltaic Key, Again, also still not the worst, because we're still going to get the Forgemaster and we'll have 3 artifacts, 4 artifacts to sack to it. Okay, I like this. I like this. I don't think it matters what we discard. If we discard the Mana Crypt, we're going to have a slow game, but that's okay. So I'm going to draw my first turn. Oh my god, that is so bad. I'm still going to just do it, because otherwise we don't do anything. Blue Library. That's what happened to me in the tournament. Discarded the Helm of the Host. I don't even know. Maybe a random card. It's gonna be Helm of the Host, or anything. If not, it's the take key. Okay, that slows us down a little bit. Still okay though. I'll play this with Mana Crypt. On top of this, I'll play a Prismatic Lens. I'll also play this. It's okay. I don't think we play the City of Traders here. Play it next turn. And if we have another land next turn, we definitely want to play that instead, so I think we're good here. I think we just charge up this amulet with colorless mana. It's okay. We'll draw a card. Is this Lotus Petal? I like this Lotus Petal here. Lotus Petal gives us more things to sack to put with the Forgemaster. So I think we play the City of Traders here. And we play the Lotus Petal. And then we just play Godo Forgemaster. And we pass the turn. So this Forgemaster is actually quite awkward because we have Helm of the Host in hand. And so we could just use it for extra mana as well. Like, it is a mana rock as well. Because you can just sack it for something attached for 3, like a Grand Dynamo. Our only red mana is actually from this Lotus Petal, so we need to keep that around. Although we can get red mana with the Forgemaster. So I'm going to draw a card. The card is Experimental Frenzy. Experimental Frenzy is really, really bad here. Really bad here. Okay, we're gonna need to tap this Lotus Petal, so how can we win here? I feel like we've gotta have a win here. What is our win here? We've got the Helm in hand, so we can get Hammer with Godo, which means we just need more mana, right? We need 10 mana. We have 1, this is charged up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're here. So we sack this. We tap these. We tap these for mana. We tap this. We sack these for Thran Dynamo. Yep, Thran Dynamo drops. And we play Godo. I guess we sack those for the Thran Dynamo after we play Godo, right? Yeah. So we play Godo with this mana. This mana? This mana. Yep, that's mana for Godo. Wait, is that enough? We went short? Yeah, we went short. Oh no, we're fine, we're fine. We get Hammer of Mazan. We only need 4 here. So then we tap this, we sack this, we turn these 3 into a Thran Dynamo. We tap the Thran Dynamo, we play Helm of the Host, take care of it. If this fails for some reason, at least we have a Thran Dynamo, a Mana Crypt, and City of Traders. Okay, let's be honest, that's terrible. We're probably gonna lose that game. Because the next time we play a land, which, to be honest, we never play another land, so that's okay. We're gonna play this top, and then we're gonna start topping. Maybe we play Experimental Frenzy at some point. We don't have red mana, which is, no, we're just screwed. Okay, so that's a it's a Forgemaster there is a little fragile. I'm not a big fan of fragility. This hand's interesting. I think Landside Diamond with Helm in hand is pretty much a nombo. And a Monocon with Helm in hand is really a nombo as well. I think because of those two things, we just kind of have to check this away. Interesting hand. This is totally keepable. Chalice on 1, even turn 1. Don't think we will. But we could do this. No, that doesn't work. Okay, turn 1. I'm gonna draw a card. Just gonna play Mountain. Pass turn. I'm gonna draw a card. Play another Mountain. And we're gonna play Grim Monolith. And we might even be worthwhile us playing the slow game and playing Chalice now. Or just playing Chalice instead of Grim Monolith. Playing against a lot of decks that are really, really creature focused or one mana focused. Chalice of the Void is gonna be really good here. We'll just play the fast version. Then tap, turn 2, 3, play the City of Traders. Play this final Monocon. We pass the turn. No, untap. And draw card. Okay, this is good. So we have 8 mana here. Obviously, the trader is gonna sack. We're gonna Tap this. I guess we tap that and play the Chalice of Void. We don't actually sack it, we just tap it and play the Chalice of the Void. And then we Simian Spirit Guide for the 6 for Godo. And the reason for that is that we don't have to play a land for to sack the Thunderclap. We're to keep the city around in case Godo gets countered. So we have the mana to untap the Grim Monolith. Okay, and that's a win right there. We also have protection from any 1-mana spell that someone might have to answer us. And that's a lot of most of the answers to Godo, especially most of the answers that people like to answer with Godo with. What do we have here? We got City of Traders again. Got a Magnetic Theft, that's insane. We've got Desperate Ritual, so we've got double red for the Magnetic Theft. I really like this hand. This hand is great. Nothing to complain about here. The Memory Jar is not particularly good, to be perfectly honest. I'm not a big fan of this Memory Jar. But the rest of the hand is okay, so we're going to draw. Maybe the Memory Jar will get better. Maybe we play the City of Traders. Play the Grim Monolith here. Do we win next turn? I think we do. Play the Grim Monolith. Next turn, play Mountain. Sack the City of Traders, but we tap on in response. 3. Desperate Ritual. Godo. Magnetic Theft. Okay, let's assume that failed. What do? Well, we lose. We pretty much just lose. We draw a card. We have an Arid Mesa. We'll crack this for a Mountain. Play this Prismatic Lens. We'll play this Grafdigger's Cage. This might be enough in some decks, some games. Okay, this is still tapped. I don't know why it's untapped. We'll play this Everflowing Chalice, or 1, because we don't have a choice. And we untap again, draw a card. Okay, we still don't do anything. We untap this. We're just hoping that our opponents are just fighting each other. We untap, we draw a card. Play land. We can probably play this Memory Jar at this point. We go to our turn again. Untap, draw a card. Maybe we just go for it here. Maybe we just, no, we just crack this. Just throw this all away. And we draw 7 cards. Oh wow, this is pretty good. 4, 6, yeah, we're actually got a win here. So we just play the Mana Vault. Play Spell Monocon with 6 mana left over to just cast Godo. We can also play land, and we have the Ricochet Trap mana open. Love this hand, love this. It was a little slow. It's actually quite a bit slow. So maybe like turn 5 or 6 maybe. Not sure. But Memory Jar actually pulled us back from that. So you know, I mean that's kind of what Memory Jar is for, right? It's pulling us back out of a losable position. Okay, so this is an interesting hand. I do like the Sensei's Top here. Wheel of Fortune is kind of good with the Sensei's Top here. With nothing good on top, we need to draw out of it. Although if there's nothing good on top, that means 3 of our 7 cards aren't really very good. So I don't know about that. We'll still keep this hand, I guess. Actually, maybe we don't keep this hand. So before I draw, maybe I don't keep this hand. I mean, turn 2 Curse Totem. Turn 1 top, and turn 2 can't even top before drawing. Yeah. Okay, well, whatever. In the second summon, we played this, tap, draw, and play Fellow Stone. We look at the top before we draw. Oh wow, that's good. I like this a lot. But I think we leave them on the top. And then we just aim to resolve a Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Let's draw them out, I guess. Oh, no. It's much better to get the Mana Vault. Play the Mana Vault. Crack it. I don't really want to tap the Mana Vault. I'm gonna keep these because that's a lot of ritual mana. Yeah, I kinda like this. So we're just gonna untap, draw a card, play land. Play Swelling Jar, obviously. Now this Curse Totem is kind of a trap card because we don't really want to cast it before the Wheel of Fortune because we might draw into Treasonous Ogre. And Treasonous Ogre would be really amazing in this position, so... But if this Cursed Totem is really good against our opponents, I think we would have cast it like last turn or something instead of the Foul Stone. Maybe not. But maybe we actually just pay 4 and play the Everflowing Chalice and play the Cursed Totem this turn. Anyway, we play the Everflowing Chalice for 1, and then we play the Wheel of Fortune. Now at this point, if someone's got a creature that really needs to die, we're going to throw a mountain at it because we know we have tons of mana on top of our library. It's not that big of a deal. And we're going to discard this Cursed Totem. I'm going to draw 7 cards. Wow, that is really good. We definitely have a win set up next turn. We've got 2 fetches for this top, which means we have so much filtering that's available to us. I think we can stop there. I don't even think we bother topping the next turn because we have the win already. We can ramp from 4 to 5, 6, 7, 8, and we Twin Flame for the win. Yep, we've also got Artifact Protection. Everybody else had a new hand, so they probably spent a little bit of time developing. Hopefully they don't have like Chill Vapor open or something like that. We're gonna draw a card. Okay, we can play the drill. I don't mind this hand at all. And if this attempt fails, then we're gonna have the backup of being able to use these cards over a couple turns to look at the top 3. We'll know whether we want to untap the Vanderbilt or upkeep. We can also untap a Grim Monolith anytime. Definitely have a lot of options here. I like this. We're gonna actually just look at the top 3 just to see. Oh god, we got a Paradox Engine there. The Paradox Engine is now two-thirds of an infinite combo with this thing, which is insane, really insane. And the Abrade is actually a draw. I'll just show it, I guess. No, I won't show it, but you could actually go for the. Let's say someone played Praetor's Grasp on us right now. Okay. Look at the top 3. So, and then we draw a card. Draw this Paradox Engine. Play 1. Play this Mana Vault. Play the Paradox Engine. Play the Jeweled Amulet. Untap. View the top 3. Because we do get to dig one more card there. Abrade is on top. I don't like the Abrade that much. I'm going to play Bloodstained Mirelord. I'm going to get rid of this. I don't mind these fetches at all. These fetches are amazing with top. We're gonna view the top 3 again. Huh. Well, that's not good. It's not particularly good at all. Okay, now we're gonna cast Godo. Our helm is. We're gonna view our library and we're gonna grab Hammer and Mazan. Right? We're gonna attach this to him. And then we're gonna search our library up for. Well, we're gonna basically just use that as a shuffle effect, but that's actually gonna untap our mana rocks as well. That's pretty good. We're gonna look at the top 3 again. Chandra might be a good draw spell here. Keep us drawing. Actually, no, we're just gonna get rid of this. We'll play Twin Flame on Godo. So at this point, we're gonna sack Godo, and we're actually gonna use the Twin Flame token as our Godo for the turn, because what we get to do is we get to grab our Gentian Armor, we get to attach it to the token, and we get to deal someone like 18 damage, and we get to destroy 2 permanents, which is pretty fucking amazing. I'm just gonna grab my helm and just pretend that it's exiled with Praetor's Grasp, right? So we beat them up. He's gonna die at the end of turn, but that's okay. We actually untap these when we cast it. We get to top again. We're gonna top again. We get to top 3 again. Come on, we'll take key. No, we'll take key. Okay, well, I think we definitely want to draw something that taps for mana. This actually taps for more mana than the Thought Vessel does. So we will do that. So, yeah. At that point we passed the turn. We weren't able to really capitalize on that. We're going to add a red counter to this one. No point in adding counter to this in the meantime, because once it has a counter on it, we can't add more to it. I'm going to untap. I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to look at the top three again. Seething Song. Seething Song is not really that useful to us right now. We have like unlimited mana, but we need that key. We need that Voltaic key. Or some way to get it. We top three cards of the library. Panamonicon, Summon, Spirit Guide. These are not useful to us. Okay. We're gonna cast Godo again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we don't wanna use up all of our red mana. So maybe we pay 3 and we play this on our one shot here. He untaps this, so we add 1 red to our pool. And untaps this as well. Taps this. Red. 1, 2, 3, 4. This taps for mana. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's 8. Cast Godo. We actually don't have anything to do here, but we just shuffle. This is actually dead. We're gonna have mana to equip this Argentum armor, because this all untaps again. So the first thing we do is we look at the top 3, because if we have a Voltaic key, we're gonna win. It's not very useful. Which of these is the least useful? I think we actually are locked now with the, I know, we can kill Godo with the Argentum armor, and then we cast him. Yep, we'll do that. We'll do that. An instant card can actually draw us a card as well, since it's the one on top. We cast an instant in response to its tap. Okay, so we'll just pay a bunch of mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Attach this Argentum armor to Godo, and we're gonna pass the turn. We go back to our turn, and if they haven't destroyed the Argentum armor, then we're just gonna start beating them to death. Actually, I guess we should have just attached the hammer. No, we don't want to attach the hammer. So we draw a card. It's Panamonicon. Actually, I think we would have wanted to draw the Treason Sword instead, because it's another creature we can play. Also, maybe just Blood Moon to screw over people more. I think just Blood Moon usually. Chances the Blood Moon doesn't do serious work for us is pretty low. But after we draw, we're gonna top, and this Wooded Foothills is amazing. We're gonna draw that. Oh shit. We're not gonna draw that. That's annoying. Because I can actually shuffle again this turn if I want to with Godo. That is annoying. Don't want to shuffle over the top though. Obviously don't want to shuffle over the top. What the top 3 again? No instance, right? No instance. Okay, well, I think we just attack. We blow up something. We swing again. No, we attach the hammer to him. At this point, we're into the Godo beats, the Godo beatdowns. Or, yeah, we're probably in Godo beatdown mode here if this survived. And if it didn't survive, well, we could just cast it for the shuffle. We do have a shuffle on the top of our deck though. It's really annoying, but that's there. So much mana available, but no way to shuffle our deck. Maybe we just cast Godo. I think we don't want to wait, so we just cast Godo again. Do the top 3 again. Chandra. Okay, we'll play Chandra. We'll draw a card. I guess we have to play the Monolith here. We're gonna tap these. We tap these. Finally remove a counter from the Jewel Amulet. No counter. Play Chandra. We've got a ton of colorless mana. Upgrade to draw a card, which is gonna be what? Oh, sorry. It's gonna be the top. Draw the top. Play the top. Play the top 3 again. Okay. Chandra on tap this, and this, and these. So now we just play Blood Moon again. And let's have again. And not the lands. Got tons of mana, tons of colorless mana. I think we attach this Argentum. I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna pass the turn again. Our next turn, what are the top 3? What were they again? We're actually gonna grab that Seeding Song. Oh shoot. Where's the Seeding Song? Just grab these 3 cards again. So Magus, Seeding Song. What's the 3rd card? I don't know what the 3rd card was, but we're just gonna put a mountain. Like this. We'll just leave it like this. And on top, draw that Seething Song. You're gonna look at the top 3. I like this Desperate Ritual. I think we could use that. So if we tap top, play Seething Song in response, untaps top, tap top, draw a card, this on top, draw this, play this, tap this, play Desperate, sorry, don't tap that, view the top 3, tap top, so yeah, view the top 3, this on top, draw it with Chandra, play it, view top 3, Shade Trap, tap this for Ritual, draw a card, tap, top 3. Okay, well, I'm just gonna give up now, because obviously that Voltaic key is not gonna come to us. I think at this point, if we haven't won with Argentum Beats, we probably aren't gonna win. And if we've lost by now, well, we deserve to lose, because Praetor's Grasp killed us. Praetor's Grasp is an amazing card. Okay. Okay, so here's our next 7. Lands Diamond is bad with Senses of Minotaur, and then it's bad with lots of things, but okay, what do we have? We have a sure. Nothing is keepable, we just don't have enough mana. Lands Diamond really isn't mana, it's not like that. This is good though, because we only need a top end of 4 in this hand, because we can Panamonic on Lands Diamond. And we actually have that on turn 3 and then turn 4. So we have a turn 4 win, we can actually do that on turn. Okay, we'll draw a card. Mountain, go. Draw a card. Mountain, go. It's a bit slow. Draw a card, okay. Chrome Locks, exile this. Play this. Then a Monocom. And a turn, untap draw. This Lands Diamond. Play Jewel Amulet. Play Godo. I guess we Red a Flame. I guess we just Red a Flame. Yeah. We Red a Flame and we'll just play Godo, because we don't actually need to crack the Lands Diamond. We kind of Monocon him, so we get the other 2 equipments, and that's it. So nothing new there. It was just a standard line. It's turn 4 win. Oops, sorry. Here we go. This is not particularly good. Dealing yourself 1 damage before the game starts seems bad, but if we draw another card, we could just exile this, it's fine. Playing the Metalworker turn 1. That's actually doable. Metalworker turn 1 with these in hand. This is actually a playable hand, as long as Metalworker doesn't die. It's a gamble for Mana Crypt and then not lose the Metalworker or the Mana Crypt. I would not keep this as a first 7. This is a much better hand. This is a potential Treasonous Ogre turn 2 win? Yeah, turn 2 win. So we'll draw a card. And we will gamble, I think, before we play the Mana Crypt. Because even if we lose, it's still a turn 3 win with the Treasonous Ogre, so it's better off. Oops. Okay. Some other people might disagree. It depends on the decks you're playing against. If you're playing against decks that are really fast, or someone had a really good start, then maybe you play the Mana Crypt first, because it means that you get to win next turn if you discard the Mana Crypt. All those. Mindstone. Okay, that's amazing. We do not need that Mindstone. Okay, we don't know what we tutored for, but now we get to shock them because they think that we tutored for Mana Crypt when we play the Mana Crypt. This is the best reason for not playing Mana Crypt first. Because now we get to shock them. Play this Codex Shredder so nobody can top deck tutor now. I like this. Draw. Paradox. Love it. I love it. It really also has some synergy with the artifact that's in our graveyard. Okay, we're gonna play Treasonous Ogre. And we're gonna pretend that Treasonous Ogre lost, because I want to see how the Paradox engine plays in this. Draw. Okay, Metalworker. Interesting. I'm a big fan of Metalworker here, but we're just gonna ramp out the Paradox engine and then pass the turn. Once I draw. Long Salvage. That's a free spell. That's really good. I think even if the Treasonous Ogre were countered here, I think we can win this turn. Surely not. Definitely not. Maybe no. Definitely not. Okay, we're gonna play Doriti, Scrap Savant. No, it's not this. It's not graveyard. These two. I think we're gonna ditch the Metalworker to draw a card. I'm gonna play this land because if it was a land, we actually have an insane move. So end step before my turn. So I just did his +2. He's on 5 now. End step before my turn, I Mog Salvage to hit an artifact someone else controls. This untaps. I tap it. I grab Treasonous Ogre. And on my turn, I draw a card. And we just play Treasonous Ogre. It essentially only costs 2 mana anyway, because it's untaps. So we're at 4. We just pay 2 red. So 6 life. Play Godo. And then we just pay with this on taps, and then we just pay another 9 life to equip it. Still have more than half of our life. Again, if someone has an answer, we still have a pretty good board state here. Untap, we draw a card, maybe we don't even cast this, maybe we just ditch it to Doriti. Maybe we cast it and we swap it out for Codex Shredder to grab back Gamble to set up a win involving. I don't know. There'd be a way of using Gamble and Codex Shredder to slowly grind out a win using Volt Key and some Volt Key on top, but to sack other artifacts to it though. So maybe you'd sack your Helm of the Host and you'd sack this Felwar Stone, and maybe you sack Helm of the Host and you go and grab the last one. You're really slow, over like 4 turns. Nothing's gonna speed it up either. Okay. I'm moving this back down to 7. Okay, this is a hand. This is a fairly middling hand. I mean, it's playable with the magnetic theft. I'm gonna mull it away for a second 7, because chances are, get a hand that's better. Draw a card. That's really an annoying draw. Okay. Hey, Chandra not performing well. Not a card. Hey, now this is a really risky play. If you do this, you better make sure that nobody else looks like they're set up to win the game on the next turn. Because this stops anyone from being able to do anything. And on your next turn, you're basically just gonna play Treasonous over, and you're gonna win the game. If you don't do that move, then maybe you just pass the turn. Next turn you play Chandra, Torture Defiance. +2 her for Chalice of the Void. And the next turn, you +2 her to play the defense grid and then play the Chosen Server. Maybe. This hand is awful. We have way too many high cost cards. Some of the hosting hands are usually really terrible. So second 7 is this. This is not good. Ancient Team is a good card. This card's dead right now. This is always a dead card when you draw it. Chalice on 1 is bad. Mox Opal here is actually playable. Chalice on 1 isn't bad, we just can't play a turn 1, that's the only problem. I don't mind the Curse Totem here. This is actually, these two together can stop a lot of decks, so maybe you actually play this. I'll play it. I'll see how it goes. Draw a card. Okay, we didn't want to play that anyway, turn 1. We'll play this, and we'll drop the Curse Totem to stop anyone tapping for now. Then we will play a Mox Opal and pass the turn. Play a Lion's Eye Diamond because it's free. Play 1, play a Voltaic Key. Play 2, play Chalice of the Void on 1. And play Sandstone Needle. Draw the Cavern of Souls, Needing Human. And I think I actually have getting close to enough mana to win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm 1 mana short. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 mana off. So we just wait. Just wait with our stacks pieces up. Play Grafdigger's Cage the next turn. I don't think anyone can win through this stacks right here. Oh, we can't play Grafdigger's Cage because of Chalice on 1. Oh well. Oh, hello. Wow. Okay, we'll play this Memory Jar. Memory Jar seems very good. See, Memory Jar, we also have the option to do this insane play. It's actually insane. But we don't need these cards anyway, so who cares? We might as well do it next turn. So we untap, we draw. Play a land. Play Poetic Ritual for 3 land. Sack the Lion's Eye Diamond. Ditch these 2 cards. One we can't cast, the other one we don't want to cast. Draw 7. Yeah, 3 red flame. Play Goblin Welder. Play Fellow Stone. Play Direfleet Daredevil, hoping there's a top deck tutor. Okay, well, I mean, this didn't go really anywhere, but I do have the win next turn, maybe? No, I'm still short mana, because I've cracked the latest battle now. No, but I have the Lions Eye Diamond back again next turn. So it's fine. I'll just play land. It's fine, I'll just play this. I don't think there's any reason to crack a Wooded Foothills. Just to get one land out of our deck. Ditch this, untap, draw a card. Thunderclap's free. Okay, so we weld it back out. You've actually got two options here. It depends. If it looks like it's a good time to combo off, then you grab the Lion's Eye Diamond, you throw this Thunderclap. No, you don't even throw the Thunderclap, you just ditch it. Grab the Lion's Eye, I think that's enough. 3, 4. Oh, this is gone actually. Is it? No, we didn't actually tap it last turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, still one short, so fuck it. We'll grab the Memory Jar. Select this Volkey, because the Volkey doesn't do anything right now. Crack this, set this aside. Okay. Now of course now the Volkey does something. Maybe we should have sacked something else. Oh, no. I just realized. Ezreal's gonna beat me up if he sees this. First item, Goblin Welder. That's a non-bow. So, there we go. Playing Cursed Item early game can screw you over later game, but it screws over other people a lot more, so I'm okay with that. In that case, we just wait for a mountain, and then we try and go off, but it's kind of bad. Yeah, sorry. It's definitely a mulligan, so it's because it's awful. Interesting. I mean, you definitely keep the Blood Moon hand against like a bunch of 4-color decks. The Twin Flame makes this hand's top end really low. And we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. We only need 6, 9 mana ideally, but I think you keep this against a lot of decks. Untap, draw. Play land, play Thought Vessel. Tap, draw. Play a land, play Blood Moon with mana backup for, because you definitely want this to resolve. If it's going to screw people over. These are all mountains now. Tap, draw, play lands. Chalice for 2. And then play the Prismatic Lens? Yeah. Chalice for 2. And use that 2 on the Prismatic Lens. Let me do this way instead so we can keep mana open. I guess we already have that open once the Prismatic Lens resolves, but sure. And then on the next turn, we don't actually have 6, 7, 8, and actually 8 mana exactly, which is super awkward. I'm actually partial to this move, where we go ahead and we play E3. Sorry. Don't try and go off, even though we have the Twin Flame one. We build a Salt Monolith. Tap the Monolith. Remember, you always tap the Monolith first, so this you keep your red mana open. You play a Full Death of Forgemaster. Now, on my turn, I have so many moves available, it's insane. I have this as a cost reducer, I have this as a cost reducer. I have this to crack, to go and get, so I can untap this at end step, by the way, that's why you always tap the red mana last. You tap this, tap these, untap this at end step, don't forget. So we start our next turn like this, tap this for 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, play Chromebox, exiling nothing, tap this, sack these 3, grab Defense Grid, cast Godo, and then Twin Flame Godo, with Pyroblast still up. I feel like that's definitely a win. But it was a little slow. I don't mind a little slow. The deck has fast wins, but it also has, we want to have slow but resilient wins. I kind of like this hand. I kind of want to draw a different land to play the top with, no, with one land I don't think this is playable. This hand is just full of joy. This Chromebox doesn't do anything, but that's okay. Going Adventure Sphere, which means we can actually get Paradox Engine here, which is legitimately amazing. So I think the first thing we do is we play a land, play Welding Jar, we play Mana Crypt, we play Soul Ring, and we pass the turn. Tap, we draw. Wow. Play Voltaic Key, play Inventor Sphere. Tap, we draw. Okay. Interesting thing here. 6, 7, 9. Drew 1 mana off a win this turn. 9. 1 mana off playing a Crystal Vein. And then going for that way. But we could. I'm just trying to think how we can use Paradox Engine to win with this. Adventure Sphere only grabs the artifact and puts it in hand. So I think we're actually better off getting something else here. Just trying to think what else. Or maybe we just jam the hammer this turn and we use the Adventure Sphere as a backup. Let's jam the hammer here. Hammer jammer. Do this. Let's have this. 1. We can actually crack the Adventure Sphere end step if we want to. We'll jam Godo. Let's assume we get stopped because I like the interaction here. Some interesting things with Adventure Sphere. I'm actually thinking that Godo Forgemaster might be the best card to grab. Put a spare Chromebox we can throw into it. And it can sack one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially 6 if Helm is here. 7 artifacts to sack. It's way too slow though. I don't know, it's interesting. The Adventure Sphere is definitely, with Voltaic Key already out, we can Adventure Sphere for Godo Forgemaster. Let's have this. Cast the Forgemaster with the Mox Opal. And then we have this in play, but then we do this insane thing where we go like this. Oh crap, it's not a spell. We'll play it anyway. 2, 3, 1, 2. Tap this. I don't know which one of these to sack, but we'll sack one of them. Probably this. I need red mana for this. No, I don't need red mana for this. I've got red mana already. So we dead one red to our mana pool. Blue library and we search for. Hold on. And then we tap these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we cast Godo again. We cast Godo in order to give us an untap trigger. Once these are untapped, Godo resolves, and we go and get Argentum Armor. And then we crack this, 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 and we search for Sensei's Top. Now we are able to tap this for mana, tap top to draw, untap top, top, draw a card, and top goes to hand. So top goes on top, and we draw a card. This untaps. We have 1 mana floating, we play top, we repeat. So we just go draw, we play Mana Vault, and then we draw. Now we're netting mana. Play this, draw, play this. Now we're netting red mana. Draw, play this. Now we're netting red mana. Draw. You can keep playing these, but I don't think there's much point. Not much point to not doing it, but draw. So Helm of the Host, doesn't matter, we don't need it. Draw. What do we actually need now? We've got Goblin Welder, do we have Twin Flame? Okay, we'll play infinite red mana, so we'll play Gamble. We'll go and grab Codex Shredder. Deal a random card to all players. Okay, we just did Wheel of Fortune, not a big deal. So now we play Goblin Welder. We play Codex Shredder. We play Twin Flame on Goblin Welder, so we have a token with haste. So this is a hasty one. So we have a Goblin Welder. We actually still need another couple cards to make this work. I think. Draw. There we go, Metalworker. Play Metalworker. Okay, now we have loads of mana. We actually have an infinite mana loop here as well. So we play, we'll just do Mox Opal. Play Mox Opal. We'll tap this Codex Shredder to grab back we'll grab back Twin Flame. This does matter. We do want Twin Flame. We tap this Mox Opal for mana. We tap all our stuff for mana, really. Tap this, so this is in our graveyard. We swap this for this. This goes to grave. We tap this for mana, grab this back, and this untaps because we then cast the Mox Opal for free. It untaps all of our stuff. This is in the graveyard again. And we tap this, sack this, grab the Codex Shredder back. So we just loop the Codex Shredder in the Mox Opal. The Mox Opal goes to grave and then goes to hand because we sack the Codex Shredder for it. And play it again, it untaps everything. And we can also use the Voltaic key here to untap the Codex Shredder in between so we can mill out our opponents. But we also just play the Metal Worker, and now that we have infinite mana, and we have infinite, once we have infinite mana, and we have infinite loops of that, we can actually play Twin Flame. Now I'm going to strive it this time. I'm going to copy both of these guys, clone. Then I'm going to tap this to grab the Twin Flame back to hand. This goes to the graveyard. Tap this guy, sack this, grab the Codex Shredder back, and tap this. Sorry, I'm not going to tap that. I'm going to play Twin Flame again. And I'm going to strive it again. I'm going to target this guy and this guy. Actually, I have another one of these clone. These all on tap anyway. I don't actually need more Goblin Weathers, but so I clone both of these guys. Now that I have 4 of them, I can actually infinitely sack these to get the Twin Flame back and play it in infinite times. So now I can cast infinite Twin Flames with infinite mana. So I can clone all of my creatures infinite times. Do I have a Direfleet Daredevil? I do not have a Direfleet Daredevil, but I could draw for Direfleet Daredevil. I could mill up my opponent's deck using this, with the infinite untapped from the infinite costs of Twin Flame. And then I can cast all the instants and sorceries out of my opponent's graveyards. I can also play this Lightning Bolt any number of times in the place of Twin Flame in the loop. Because I have infinite creatures now, I can just tap this. I'm just trading one of these infinite creatures for Lightning Bolt back from my hand, because the Codex Shredder is basically just a spell, because the Codex Shredder taps to grab it back to hand. And the Goblin Welder brings it back by sacking the Metal Worker, and then when you cast the Lightning Bolt, it untaps the Goblin Welders. Although, of course, I could just make infinite Goblin Welders as well. There's a million different ways of winning here. So this is what we call the Rube Goldberg combo. It involves drawing your deck, and then you use Goblin Welder and Codex Shredder and Twin Flame to do infinite stuff. So that was actually fairly easy to assemble in that particular game. It was a little slow, but we had Inventor's Fair and one of the pieces already, so we can actually go and grab Godo the Forgemaster to grab the other pieces. It's an interesting thing there. This particular hand is actually okay. It's not stellar, but it's not bad either. If the Grafdigger's Cage is going to do a lot of work, then you can play this hand. And you get a Sandstone Needle, Blue Lotus Petal. 2, 3, 4, 5. So up to 5 mana on turn 3. I only need 7, so 1 piece of fast mana could give us a turn 3 win. But I'm going to chuck it away. Okay, I kind of like this hand. This is okay. This guy's going to tap for 4. Okay, so I'll keep this. Draw 6, okay. Land, Mana Crypt, Metal Worker. Then pass the turn. Untap, I'm going to draw. Okay, that's insane. We're going to tap this guy for 8 mana. And then our opponents are going to cringe. 8 mana, then we're going to play this Mox Opal because we need an extra red mana. 9, 10, 11. Cast Godo. That 11 mana is for the full combo. And we also have Red Elemental Blast back up. So I think that's a GG. And if all of that fails, I guess we play Hammer first and then we play Godo, and we actually have 2 mana up. But yeah. Interesting hand. Hammer, Twin Flame. Hammer Twin Flame is actually a Nombo. It's not particularly good. Well, it's good if we get stifled though. Okay, well this is okay. We're gonna just keep this hand. Obviously it's good. Doesn't matter if we have the Nombo, because both of these cards are still good cards in our hand. We're gonna play this. We're gonna play this Mountain. We're gonna play a Mind Stone. We're gonna pass the turn. Turn 2, we're just gonna play another Mountain. Oh, maybe this. No, we're gonna play a Mountain. Play this Hammer. Okay. Then we just go for the win. Let's win. Just go for the Helm. Equip it and win. This hand, I don't think the Bloodstained Mire does anything negative to this hand. We lose 1 life, but actually we don't need to lose 1 life because we have loads of lands. I'd consider keeping this hand in a hand against like a bunch of Timna decks or something. So it's gonna be slow. You just play a land, maybe play a Welding Jar, draw a card, turn 2, play a Mind Stone, untap, draw a card. So turn 3 is really slow to drop a Blood Moon, but it is a Blood Moon. They probably already have creatures out, so Dority's not going to survive, which is a bit annoying, but we're still going to play him because we get to filter 2 cards. Draw. Did I play a land this turn? I don't think so. Play a Sandstone Needle, untap, draw. And if Dority's still alive, then we're going to filter another 2 cards. He's probably still alive for 1 turn at least. Okay, so now we definitely play this Shattering Spree, and we just blow up everything that we can. We probably also just draw a card. And Dority might still be alive here. Might not be. If he's not, we're still into 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 next turn, 11 next turn, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we have 11 next turn for sure. So I'm okay with this result. It's okay. It's turn 6, but we had a Blood Moon, so we were only going to keep that hand if the Blood Moon was going to be amazing. If that Blood Moon got countered, we were screwed, so it was actually not a good hand. We're definitely mulling this hand away. This hand we're definitely not mulling away. Let's land. Play Soaring. Tap that Soaring for a Volkey, which just flickers this back on open. Doesn't really do much for us from there. Good draw. Okay. Play land. And Honor-Worn Shaku. Tap this. Oh. Shoot, does that actually work? What do you think? Play this Shaku, it's only taps for 1, so this is, we just have to play the Panamonicon here. Tap draw. Interesting. Not particularly good. Play the Honor-Worn Shaku, and then I think I actually just play a Brass Squire here. Got mana up for Thunderclap anyway. Got extra mana from here. Actually didn't have extra mana, so I can't actually suck him out with Thunderclap. Just thinking. I haven't played the Lion's Eye Diamond. I guess at that point I would play the Lion's Eye Diamond, because there's no point. Like, they already know that I have 2 ways of winning next turn. So now I just go for it. I mean, it's not gonna... Yeah, I just go for it. But this doesn't have any new cards, so that's not interesting. This is keepable? This is keepable. This is keepable. This is fine. So we draw a card. Play land. Play a Mox Diamond, exiling this. This didn't even cost us life. Can't play the Chromox. Chromox doesn't do anything. Unfortunately. Play Thought Vessel. That's turn. I don't think we want to anyway. Play a Thran Dynamo. Lion's Eye Diamond. That's turn. Untap draw. Ooh. Play Volkey. Volkey untaps Thran Dynamo. Tap Thran Dynamo. 5 mana. 4 mana. 5, 6. It's my only red source, which is bad. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1 mana floating, cast Godo. I mean, if he resolves, then I just do this. Touch this card. And just equip. And try and win. And if I fail, I have tons of mana. So, not too worried about going into the next turn with just this. Untap Lightning Bolt, because I have a lot of mana here. In fact, this is enough to just go off again, I think. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, This is gone. 10? Oh, it's actually not enough to go off because we had to sack the LED. So maybe you pick your moment there. Maybe you just don't blow it. Experimental Frenzy here. This is a situation where Experimental Frenzy is bad, but it's like you can throw it to the Comox, which is what you use it for here unless you draw something really amazing. Wheel of Fortune is bad with Experimental Frenzy, so we definitely go like Cavern of Souls. And we just pass the turn. Draw a card. We just Comox this away. Play the Blood Moon. Untap, draw. Play a land. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna play this. I'll play this Arid Mesa. Then I'm gonna wheel. Because I like the idea of having a shuffle effect if I draw top. And then draw top. I did draw this Imperial Recruiter here. I think that's gonna be enough. I'll land next turn. Just Crystal Vein. No, Heat Shimmer. Let's go with the Forgemaster's power. 3. I wish it was 2. Oh well. Okay, we've got nothing else to cast this turn. Just pass the turn and top draw. Okay, that's enough now. So we crack this for a mountain. Obviously a mountain from deck, but we play a Grim Monolith. 3. Sorry, instead of playing this, we play the Crystal Vein. Sack the Crystal Vein for mana. Play the Grim Monolith. Tap the Grim Monolith. We should have 7 mana. Naming human for Imperial Recruiter, Treasonous Ogre into Godo. We did pay 1 for the Ancient Arid Mesa, so we're only on 6 life. That's okay. Because we don't have anything to use the mana for anyway. And actually, we don't need to be on 6 life, because we can actually use this. Although, it's no guarantee that you actually do that, because... Oh, this is an interesting hand. Only have the City of Traders, Mindstone, Chrome Mox, Pyretic Ritual. This is a potential turn 3 win? Turn 3 win. I'll keep it. City of Traders, Chrome Mox, Exile Direfleet, Pyretic Ritual for Hammer of Mazan, and tap draw. Lion's Eye Diamond, tap this for mana, play an Ancient Tomb, tap the Ancient Tomb, play this. Cast Godo, Hammer equips Helm, GG. This hand is not great. Well, it's not terrible either. Land, get the Mox Opal, we got the Census Top. We do not have a way. Oh no, we do have a way of activating the Mox Opal, so we actually have a way to get Mindstone down. Huh, interesting. I'll play it, why not? Draw a card. This hand is significantly better now. Top. Mox Opal. Untap. We're actually going to top before draw. Hopefully there's a land on top. There's not. There's a Mana Crypt, which is just as good. Like it's better. It's much better. In fact, we can actually win this turn. Draw a card. Play Mana Crypt. Tap this for red mana. Tap this. Draw a card. Play Red of Flame. Tap this. Play Treasonous Ogre. GG. I very much doubt on this turn 2 that when we played these three cards, the Mox Opal turned off, the Sensei's Top, Mox Opal turned off, the Sensei's Top, and the Cavern of Souls. I doubt very much that someone left mana up to interact with us unless they had absolutely nothing else to do, which is unlikely with most decks in this meta. In the current meta, anyway. This particular hand is okay. It's actually keepable, because we can Felwar Stone, drop this Thran Dynamo on turn 3, or just drop that Pen of Monochrome if we draw into past mana. 3, 7, yeah, we're pretty close. This is keepable. Land, go. Draw. Land. Welding Jar. Felwar Stone. Tap draw. Oh no. This is basically the worst thing that could happen. Revealing Chalice for 1. Tap draw. Thran Dynamo. Somatic Lens. Well, this is slow but resilient, because once we get to here, we have Lightning Bolt to mess with them. We have Red Elemental Blast. Actually, do we? I don't think we do. Yeah, we do. We do. So Godo costs 7 through this. We have to filter 1 red for Godo and keep 1 red open for Red Elemental Blast, so I guess you could just keep this open and tap us. We're assuming that someone can tap for red, but there's a lot of rainbow lands. The rainbow lands definitely get in the way, or get the Felwar Stone online most games, even if someone's not playing red. Okay, what do we have here? We have a Metal Worker, Goblin Welder, Defense Grid. I like the Goblin Welder Defense Grid combo, because you can sack it out of the way if someone needs to actually stop in from someone else. So you actually get a chance to actually just keep the defense grid, but you need something in your graveyard first. I don't think this hand is keepable because it doesn't have enough fast mana. And it wouldn't... turn 3 it is Soul Ring, but you can put Home of the Host in here. The interesting thing is at some point in this game, we're going to have Doriti in play. We're going to plus him to ditch the Home of the Host and then immediately welder it back into play after casting Godo. It would be interesting. It's an interesting interaction. Okay, it's a boring hand. I'm not going to think about that hand. This hand. So this hand is okay. We have no red mana. We do have Treasonous Ogre. For Ritual, we have Chandra and Cutter Shredder. I think I still keep this hand, even though I don't have any red mana, because eventually I'm going to have red mana. And if I draw just colorless lands and mana, then I can just Inventor's Fair for red mana if I really need to. Okay, well that doesn't do anything. But also does not do anything. That is really bad, but we definitely don't play it either because it helps other people win. There we go. So now, I think we just try and... at this point people think we're just mana screwed, so we just jam Treasonous Ogre. Actually, no, sorry, I'm gonna jam Treasonous Ogre. We play a Pyretic Ritual. Then we jam Treasonous Ogre. With the red floating. Maybe actually, wait. Yeah, no, we have to do that. And then once we have the red from Treasonous Ogre, Mana Crypt probably hit us by now, so we don't actually have enough to play Chandra and then Godo. But, we can just Godo off, yeah. I mean, we've got Red Elemental Blast, so Counterspell would have headed up the Treasonous Ogre to fine. Chandra, you are not good. Chandra, you are really not good. Okay, Experimental Frenzy here. Experimental Frenzy might take another trip into the Chrome box for this game. The Frenzy and the Scalding Tarn, pretty good. So we can get the Scalding Tarn down, then play the Frenzy. Then we can use it to get rid of cards. Chalice of the Void is a real number with Experimental Frenzy. I guess you could just draw the card out of the way if it's a 1. But, yeah. Draw card. No, I can't play this. Sorry, there's only one land in this. This one has Experimental Frenzy as well, and it's also bad. We do have a Brass Square, which isn't too bad. This would have been okay. Play the Thought Vessel, play some Mountains, play Credit Shredder, play Brass Square, play Fellow Stone, win the game on like turn 5. Interesting. Seeing Song, Shine, Picture. Metalworker's pretty cool here. Can actually turn 1 Metalworker. Look at this. Land, Simeon, Ritual, Metalworker. I feel like this is a thing that you would do and just lose the game because if someone realizes that Metalworker is your only hope to win the game, they're definitely going to throw removal at it if they can. So we play this, we reveal these two, we have 6 mana. 7 mana, 8, 9 mana. Don't do anything? Yeah, no, this is so terrible hand. You never want to, I don't think you want to ritual that much to get Metalworker. Metalworker should look like a card that you're using to bait with. And if it looks like a card that you're using to bait with, then you can actually use it really successfully because people won't kill it. But if it looks and it feels like exactly what it is, like a card that's going to win you the game, then they're going to kill it. I'm going to play this hand even though it's slow because I want to see what this frenzy does. Draw. Draw. Wow, this got awful slow. Draw. Resolve this, play Paradox Engine. Draw. Play this Wooded Foothills, then play Experimental Frenzy. Play Lion's Eye Diamond for free. Pass the turn. Play Lotus Battle for free. Play a Mountain. Shuffle that away. Gamble. And play Gamble. This is interesting. What to search for? So, I want something that will swing me the game. Also set up the, I actually have an option here to set up the Rube Goldberg combo. But I think definitely grab. Definitely grab either Treasonous or probably grab Treasonous. Pass this for free off the top. Helm of the Host on top. Oh dear. Okay, well, when my turn starts, I just end the effect, draw the Helm of the Host, play Treason Soldier, win the game. Oh, was it really top card anymore? What was 7? This hand is actually not unkeepable. Like turn 2 ritual into prismatic lens wheel of fortune? No. Yes. Yep, that's fine. There. Draw. Land. No, I got screwed up. Oh no, I got some singing, prismatic, ritual, wheel. Good sham. 2 Wheel of Fortune can ruin a lot of decks. I have played a land already this turn. I do have a Mox Diamond. I do have Red of Fire. So is it worth buying that? I do not have a spare mana for Metalworker, which is really unfortunate. If I had another land, I could do that. I think it's worth it. No, it's not. The Mox Diamond needs to stay in hand. Because if the Metalworker is going to be a threat, then it needs to be in play. I just untap, draw a card, play a land, turn Dynamo, play Metalworker, pass the turn. Now this next turn I'm going to have absolutely absurd amounts of mana. Pretty much regardless of what I draw. Yep, it's a land. So I play this land. So this is going to tap for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, it's going to be 15. You can actually combo off and have plenty of mana to drop defense grid, and yeah, that should do it. Okay. Okay, well, this hand is good. Well, no, this hand's not good. It's okay. Red cards, no red mana, Mox Opal that can't turn on, and Metalworker that only taps for 2. I don't mind. I don't mind. It's leaning really heavily on Metalworker this hand. I don't like leaning heavily on Metalworker. God, Chandra, you need to just get out of my deck. Chandra, you need to get out of my deck. I can even play you right now. I could play you turn 1 right now. Is it even worth it? I don't even think so. I mean, I'll do it. Fuck it. And it's not worth it to play turn 1, but draw. Maybe turn 2 Chandra is worth it. Let a flame. Chandra. Exile the top card. Play it. No, I can't play it. Exile the top card. Yep. I can play that. Exile the top card. Yeah, I can play that. Oh my god, Chandra, you need to get out of my deck. You're so bad. You're so bad, I don't even know how to say how bad you are. Oh my god, Chandra, get out of my deck. Oh my god. There are a lot of parts of the Rube Goldberg combo here, but none of them actually work with the hand, so that needs to go. Nope. I mean, it's okay. Doriti goes underneath the Mox. But, it'd be like Mox, Spell Stone, turn 1. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's playable. It's just not particularly good. You just have to draw into more gas. Mox. 2 exile. This. Last turn. That's how I draw. Oh, right. Gamble? Treasonous? GG. Oh, it's a good turn 2 win off of a hand that I didn't think was very good. This hand. This hand is essentially okay. Even if I ditch the Treasonous Ogre, it's okay. Yeah, because I have the wheel. Gamble. I lost the land. That actually hurts, but I have the Dwarven Ruins, so draw the Dwarven Ruins. Actually, maybe we just play. No, I have to play the Dwarven Ruins. Play out and draw. This turn, untap draw. T-Ogre. They know I have it though, so the chances of this resolves are very low. And this, sorry. Tap these, tap this, tap this, Wheel of Fortune, don't need this, E7, draw 7. Okay. I did play land this turn already, so I'm just gonna pass the turn here. Untap, draw a card, play land. Tap 4. Click on a monochrome. You have an anti-combo magic for it. Next turn, untap, draw a card, play land. Play Seething Song. Rite of Flame, just play Rite of Flame. Rite of Flame. Even if they try and Spell Pierce it to draw some mana out of me, I can just go ahead and go, okay, in response, I play Seething Song, a ton of mana, and then once these both resolve, then I just cast Godo with 1 red mana up, boom, GG. Anti-artifact destruction, but anti-blue counters. I think this is a good hand. I'll do a couple more. Okay. This hand's okay. I like this hand a fair amount. I got a Mana Crypt, a Soul Ring, I got a Mountain. Just need one more red source so we can Magnetic Theft over to win on like turn 2? 3. Turn 3. Chandra, get out of my deck. You're not welcome here. Get out of my deck, Chandra. Don't like you. Nobody likes you. The worst planeswalker in red. Just like go away. Give us another cough. Give us like 5 more Doritos. Just like do something. I don't know. Just go away. Please go away. Okay, we're gonna play. I don't even know if we play Hammer of Azan here. I think we didn't even play the Mountain. I think we played the Rishadan Port. We passed the turn because now we get to like say, okay, I'm gonna tap down your land. I'm gonna untap with like 7 mana and Magnetic Theft for the win, and also just like free Welding Jar. Woo! The other option is instead of this, we play the land. We do play Chandra. Chandra like does nothing for us at all because she's so lame. She pluses 2 for nothing because we don't actually want her mana right now. We just plus her to exile a card off our decks. Probably Helm of the Host. It is Helm of the Host. We're screwed. We lose the game. Fuck you, Chandra. Just go away and die. Just please, just go away and die. You just killed me. Just made me lose a game that I was basically guaranteed to win the next turn. So yeah, you need to go away. You die horribly in a car bomb or something. Okay, we're gonna more. Okay, that was a little extreme. Okay, this is also bad. We're gonna go to 6. It's the first time I've had to roll a 6 actually. This version of the deck has been remarkably consistent. kind of like this and don't like this. I don't have red for the Imperial Recruiter. I do get to scry though. And that Metal Worker is going to drop, so if that is an artifact, I'm going to have a lot of mana. And if it's a red source, I'm good. Like an Imperial Recruiter. But no, I think I go to 5. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I lost. I lose. GG. I didn't see the second one, but whatever. We lose. Just lose that game. I like this experimental frenzy here. Yeah, here's our second 7. I don't hate this. This is fine. We're like an artifact short of Mana Vault, but it's okay. No, we're not. Play land. Draw card. Play land. Play a. Since technically better. Okay, draw. So this is why these 2 mana rocks are really efficient. Because we play this, and because it allows us to play this, it's now made this a free kind of modifier. We're set up to win the next turn. And I mean, we just go for the win with Godo. And if that fails, you untap, draw a card, play land, tap these for like a rush of mana. 6. Do this on 3. Oh no, we can actually do 4, can't we? Yeah, screw it. Tap 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Desperate Ritual. Tap this on 4. Tap this. Got 2 mana floating. We'll still get to get away from Spell Pierce. Wheel of Fortune. Play Mindstone. That's the turn. Seeing this hand is terrible, but we still have enough mana because of that Everflowing Chalice to go off again for like. Just like try and push through a counterspell every turn for like 5 turns. Also, we just play Assault Monolith. And we just play Godo again. Hello, Godo. Wake me up before you go down. Hey, like you go down. Wake me up before you go down. Okay, this Scalding Tarn is fine. It's not really doing anything to us. Not really doing anything to hurt us. So we're gonna draw. I'm gonna sack this for a mountain immediately. And mana cooked. Play an expedition map. I think. Let's play Grim Monolith. Drew land anyway, so we don't need to use the expedition map just yet. 3, 4. We're gonna play Grafdigger's Cage, and we're gonna play this guy. I'm gonna pass the charm. Crack this baby. And then we're gonna crack the expedition map for Cavern of Souls. And on the next turn, I'm gonna draw Cavern of Souls. Play that. Oh, wow. Blood Moon is very tempting here. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't actually have enough to combo off here, so yeah, we do have enough to combo off here. The ricochet trap is back up too. Yeah. Oh no, wait. We ideally want 1 more mana for the actual ricochet trap for 4. So we already have anti-counter magic. You know, we resolve the Blood Moon here. Pass the turn. Welding Jacket, maybe we just try and go off now, because everybody's like locked out of colors. And we just try and go off here. We do have this for Chain of Vapor. Yeah. I don't think these fetches are too big of a deal. They're very useful with top and other things. Experimental Frenzy, why are you not better than you are? I don't like you too much. I don't work over the Experimental Frenzy is pretty cool though. I like that. I don't like having to reveal the helm of the house though. Let's keep it to see what happens. Land, draw, land. Vote key draw. Land. Metalworker. At this point I hope they kill my Metalworker and waste their kill spell. Maybe we just reveal the helm. Hello, Chandra. Why are you so bad? Get out of my deck, Chandra. Haha. Fuck you, Chandra. So this is the next turn. Ugh. Now I kind of wish I had the Chandra to draw this out of the way. I can't play cards in my hand, but I can play Godo, which shuffles my deck. That's 6 for Godo. Hammer. Attach hammer to Godo. Cast Treatment over. Pay 6 life, play Desperate Ritual. And then pay a bunch of life to end the Experimental Frenzy. And then I play Rite of Flame, and then I pay life to Helm of the Host. I think I haven't played a land this turn, so I can play the Crystal Vein, and I can sack that for mana too. I'll just probably tap it for mana, let's be honest. I want to keep my mana. So that wasn't too bad, actually. I was like turn 5 row. Okay, I'm okay with this. Dwarven Ruins, pass the turn. I square with the win available next turn, if it looks like a good time to go off. Otherwise, I play Shredder, I play Graft Diggers. No, I don't do either of those things. Otherwise, I play Deity, Scrap Savant.
Both of these. No, like this, like that. Depends. I might ditch the Grafdigger's Cage if it doesn't stop my opponents from winning. We ditch that. I'll ditch both of those. No, draw. Lame. Cast Helm of the Host. Attach to brass square. Go to combat, make another brass square. Lol. Oh, sorry, wait. Ditch these, draw two. Okay, what am I gonna do here? Oh, my lands are done. A thought vessel. A mountain. Drop all my manas. And my Godos. Do my libraries. Got my Argentum armors, because I can. Tap this, put this on him. Okay, maybe we don't cover Argentum, we get Hammer of the House, but yeah. Hammer of the House? No. Nope, that's not the way that card works. Ooh, what do we have here? We have a Paradox Engine. Nothing to untap. That is not particularly good, but we can Lotus Petal into a Wheel of Fortune turn 2, so I don't mind. I feel like I keep this, if it's a second 7 especially. Land, Amulet, Petal, draw, land, Expedition Map, tap, boom, Wheel of Fortune. Land, Chromox, Exile. It depends if there's artifacts that need destroying. If I'm playing against Inferior Chain Veil, I keep this. If I'm playing against anyone else, I maybe get this. Maybe exile this. Looks like I don't need removal. I'm definitely playing this. Draw. Hello. Hello, Mr. Pyroblast. I think that's enough for now. I'll move to the next 7 and just see if it's interesting, but I think that's enough for now. That's not interesting. That's interesting. Not interesting enough. Oh, that's actually interesting. Set this to 4. No, it's only 3. It's only 2. I could just play it. Yeah, it's only 2. I'm tired. There's not much point in this. Okay. Well. This doesn't really go anywhere. It's tap down. We can play this stuff vessel. And then I can use this to untap that the next turn. That's pretty much all we can do. Mmm, juicy. Don't have extra red mana for it though. This is where we throw the Shattering Spree at somebody. We have Hope Key, it doesn't help us, doesn't help us. Some of the host is bad for us. Jar actually is great, but nope. We're gonna just throw these away. Goodbye. Goodbye, sweet prince. I can actually get it back with a shredder, which is actually an interesting idea. Kill someone. Cast the next shredder. Next turn. Sack this. Make an instant. Grab back Treason Saga. Yep. Lol, just top deck Imperial Recruiter instead. Goodbye, my friends. GG, my friends. Woo! Okay, that'll be enough for now. So this is the deck, and of these cards, all of them I think warrant further testing, except for Chandra, because Chandra is a garbage piece of crap that deserves to die in a hellfire. Well, die in the coldest corner of a snowball hell, basically. She needs to go and die when hell freezes over. Goodbye.